representative of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Please, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. To begin with, I would like to express our appreciation to Polish chairmanship in office, especially for their dedication and successful leadership of the organization in this critical year. Despite all diplomatic efforts, loss of human lives and massive destruction of Ukrainian cities, civilians and energy infrastructure continue and worsen as winter is approaching. The horrors in Ukraine also brought back chilling memories to every citizen of Bosnia and Herzegovina of the bloody war on our soil 30 years ago. We had strongly believed that such civilian sufferings would have remained a relic from the past. Unfortunately, it is happening again. This is an immense challenge for the OSCE participating states, European and global security and stability, and it requires the strong attention of the OSCE as the single most qualified regional security organization able to provide comprehensive assistance in resolving this crisis. We deeply regret the lack of consensus on continuation of the OSCE field presence in Ukraine, where our contribution as the country with the manpower was significant since breakout of the crisis in 2014. We believe that the current OSCE project's activities in Ukraine will serve its purposes, but will also be a bridge to full-scale post-conflict rehabilitation exercise. In order to preserve the organization in these challenging times, there is also an imperative need for more depoliticized dialogue of some of the organization's key initiatives, including discussion on the strengthening the effectiveness of the OSCE in order to reach concrete conclusions by 2025, when the organization celebrates 50 years of the adoption of the Helsinki Final Act. In order to come to this, we need to agree what the principles built in past decades in our basic documents mean for us today. Basic precondition for this is to achieve tangible results in conflict resolution. Dedicated leadership is a prerogative for the survival. We sincerely believe that consensus will be reached on the OSCE chairmanship for the years ahead of us. Dear colleagues, we firmly believe that the full implementation and further development of existing commitments in the politico-military dimension is essential for enhancing military transparency and political stability in the OSCE area. Taking the chairmanship of the OSCE Forum for Security Cooperation in the first trimester of 2023, we will take a heavy burden on maintaining the discussion on transparency and confidence building in circumstances of the brutal war in the OSCE region. Still, we strongly believe that despite a contaminated environment, the dialogue among OSCE participating states has no alternative. As a chair, we will strive to continue and even revive the dialogue underlining role of the FEC. This will not be possible without the support of all of you. Last 3 years showed that economy and environmental issues being us closer together more than ever before, or by any other portfolio of our work. We recognize the justified need to advance the role of the OSCE in the field of climate and energy security in terms of its current and possible future commitments, including the role of its field operations. In this context, we support deepening overall OSCE activities within second dimension, including expansion and shift of the overall activities of the OSCE field mission in Bosnia and Herzegovina in this direction. After tremendous post-conflict work done by the field mission, it is a final time to adapt to more development type agenda. We strongly believe that the economic and environmental issues can bring people together and build bridges between communities in deeply divided societies. Excellencies, world leaders gathered almost 50 years ago to sign a unique document that would revolutionize the concept of the comprehensive security, yet faced with several wars this past year, faced with our inability to find consensus on so many issues, our concern is visible and palpable. This momentum is to recommit and confirm OSCE values and benefits for the future generation, but also to think about what needs changing, and more importantly, how to go about achieving the change. The task of increasing its effectiveness and adapting to a changing need so as to create a common space of equal and indivisible security is long overdue. In such circumstances, timely adoption of the OSCE budget for 23 is even more important, especially bearing in mind that the OSCE budget for 22 has not been adopted. Knowing that the inflation rate is quite high, it's clear that the policy of further maintaining the zero growth of the budget would lead to under-budgeting of a certain OSCE operations and endanger the entire organization. We warmly welcome the application from Finland for the OSCE chairmanship in 2022 when we celebrate 50 years since Helsinki final act, and we wish all the success to upcoming North Macedonian chairmanship, offering to our friends and almost a neighbor unconditional support. I thank you very much.
Thank you. I now pass the floor to the next speaker on the list.